welcome to Media Monday. This is Taylor Schmidt. I'm Matt Janik. We're going to talk a little women's golf here this morning. Taylor, big fall for you guys. NE10 champions, and I mean that's really the big piece of the puzzle right there. Let's talk about that weekend first. What did you see from the team that weekend?
Well, I think it was a really great experience for us. I'm a senior, so this is our 4th year in the program, which isn't a very long time. And every year we've been the runner-up until this year, so I think that was something that certainly me and Cam especially were excited for. I also think there's something to be said about how golf is kind of not really looked at as a team sport. It's kind of more of an individual thing, but the way the 5 of us come together to make it more of a team sport is, I think, something that's really special about our team and our program.
All right, you hit on it there in your answer, but 3 straight runner-up finishes before this year. What was it like for you guys to finally turn the corner and finish first instead?
I think that was huge. I mean, it was really special for me and Cam, like I already said. But it's always been runner-up to Merrimack, and to finally, and especially such a close tournament, each day we only beat them by 1 shot. It was just a really special tournament for all of us, and me and Cam were super emotional after it, so it was a good experience for our team, I think.
What, in your mind, has been the biggest difference, say, between last year and this year that helped you guys get over that hump?
Hard to say. I mean, I think this year, every year we've always been a really close team, but I mean, when we started off, we were all freshmen, you know? It was a team of 5 freshmen, and it was hard to, get this sense of morale going. And now that I think we have me and Cam as the 2 seniors, and we're leaving, and we've really built up this stepping stone of we have our sophomore underclassmen, and we have our juniors that are getting prepared to be maybe captains for next year, stuff like that. I think it's made more of a sense of family among our team, because it is a small team still. There's only 8 of us, but I think we're all really close, and that's been a big difference.
Awesome. You mentioned 5 freshmen when you guys started. This has really been the birth of a program. It's really a chance for you, Cam, and the other seniors to build that program and make it your own. What's it been like to be a part of that building?
It's really special for me. I think Coach Bishop is a huge part of that. We're all really close, and I think he's an enormous part of our success. I think there's also something to be said about someone who can more or less build a lot of team spirit and morale amongst a bunch of 20-year-old girls. So I think that's really important, and we really are kind of like a family, the small group of us.
Awesome. You mentioned earlier how golf is really an individual sport. At the college level, it has the team component too, which is important, but it's an individual sport at its root. So I guess for you personally, when you're out there, it's just you, the ball, and the course. How do you psych yourself up? How do you stay focused? What's your approach like on play day?
I think that's something that I struggled with a lot coming in, through the 4 years. And it's up and down, and every day is different, and some days it's kind of incredible because, you think it's something that you always know how to do and you're going to do it the same, but you could walk out any given day and hit the ball great or hit the ball terrible, but whether you are hitting it great or terrible, you have to put something together for the team. And it's hard because I feel like I struggle with not wanting to let the rest of my team down. And I think that mindset is something that we all have now, and that I think is something that's changed from freshman year. So I think that's what's led to a lot of our success. But it's hard because you want to psych yourself up, but at the same time you don't want to get too carried away because it's a long day. You play 18 holes, we're talking 5-hour rounds, and you have to keep this level-headedness, which I know I've struggled with personally.
So you've come a long way, is what you're saying.
I think so.
So the first NE10 Championship in program history means another first. You guys, as a team, are going to the NCAAs in the spring, which is really cool to be a part of the first team to do that. Cam went on her own last year as an individual. So what are you guys, I guess, looking forward to in the spring? You don't have to be playing to make the NCAAs. You're already in.
Right.
So what are you looking forward to in the spring?
I think it takes a huge ease off of the spring because just the last tournament we went to, we traveled to Tennessee, and last year we competed in that tournament too, and it's a huge field. And last year it was something that was a really big deal and put a lot of pressure on ourselves because we had to go there, and we kind of knew in the back of our minds, like, we had to perform to keep our ranking up to make it to that tournament. But this year, having won NE10s, like you said, we automatically have that bid to go. So I think it's going to take a lot of pressure off of the spring. Obviously, we're still going to try our hardest and compete like as if nothing's changed, but it's definitely a huge like load off of the shoulders.
So I guess maybe on a personal level, what will your approach be to the spring? Knowing that the NCAAs are at the end of the line, what are you going to look for in those other tournaments to try to build up to that point?
I think on a personal note, and I think this is pretty universal for our team, I'm going to try to focus on probably not worrying so much about my swing and my game because I know that I'm there and we're all there. Like, we all have the ability and the skill. I'm going to try to focus a lot more on, like, keeping, like, a level head, staying relaxed, staying, like, focused and not, like, again, just kind of all reverting back to, like, not so much pressure.
Right. Have you guys talked to Cam at all about her experience last year to kind of get a sense for what you need to expect in the spring?
Yeah, we all, last year we all talked to her a lot about it, obviously, right. And I live with her this year, so I don't know, we're all really good friends, and so we've talked to her about it. I think a big difference will be that I'm pretty sure it's a 3-day tournament rather than 2, so that's just another extra day of, again, 5 hours of trying to keep focused, keep yourself composed, I guess. So that'll be a difference for us, but I think we're like a really athletic team. I think we're going to be more than physically capable of doing it.
All right. So that's a good look at the women's golf team. Now, the last question before I let you go, we always ask everybody, you got to share a fun fact about yourself on Media Monday. So a hobby, a skill, a secret passion. Okay. What don't people know about Taylor Schmidt?
I have my scuba diving license, and I've been on about 15 deep water dives. So I guess that's my fun fact because I think not a lot of people have that.
That's awesome. What's the coolest thing you've seen underwater?
I haven't seen a shark yet, even though I really want to, but I've seen a lot of like really huge sea turtles, and one of them had actually been attacked by a shark, so that was kind of sad, but it was cool. All
right, so you saw a shark secondhand.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
That's Taylor Schmidt of the women's golf team. Thanks, Taylor.
Thank you.